name's Eric, I'm 26 years old, and I'm from West Palm Beach, Florida. I make music. Not quite sure how to define it exactly, I guess, but it's just sort of projecting what's in here out there, and it's kind of all over the place, but people fuck with it, I guess. I mean, my dad always listened to like old, like classic rock, like Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin and Van Halen and shit like that. But then once I was picking my own music, it was like, it started just sort of expanding like my horizons, and now it's kind of just a culmination of everything, you know, and I use that like to inspire me sort of. Music in general is 14, and I was doing like punk covers and shit, and I was just playing guitar and like trying to learn how to sing. From there I got into like hardcore and metalcore and stuff like that. That's how I got into like hip hop, and I started making solo like rap music. My recording situation has always been kind of the same, like just houses and closets. At first I would go to my homie's house and he would produce a lot of my stuff, but it got to a point where it was like I was sick of waiting on other people, and I started just, you know, learning myself how to do it. Even though it was really crude in the beginning and shitty and not well put together, I just kind of forced myself to learn how to record myself in my room. Over the last like year and a half is when I started to see it like pick up, and from there it just kind of, you know, something clicked, and it was like everybody was sort of catching on and fucking with what I was doing. That kind of inspired me to keep going and make it even better. I think about that all the time, kids growing up with my music, because I put it in perspective with, I think about the bands that I loved when I was 14, 15, 16, and going to their shows and meeting them, and how I felt when I saw them in person. And when I see the messages sometimes, you know, kids sending it to me, it's like, it hits me super deep. Like every single one, it never gets old. Every time I read one, it flashes me back to reading Guitar World magazine or something, and like, just like seeing these people as like I've always wanted to do that, and now it's like actually happening. It's like a dream, like for real. A year ago, I was playing a show for like 35 people in LA, and it blew my mind, because I want to say like I don't know how it happened, but at the same time like I was there, like busting my ass and being miserable, and, you know, sacrificing relationships and friendships and money, and, you know, being broke to make all this happen. So I guess it's kind of cool, because it's almost like growing up when you hear people say like hard work pays off, like I'm finally actually seeing that, you know, because I always thought it was bullshit.
I fucking love you all, man. Thank you.
You know, don't feel pressure to fit into any sort of box. It's cliche, but society tries to fit everybody into these nice little molds, and nobody who's ever done anything worthwhile has ever fit into any of those molds, you know. And I mean, some people are comfortable, you know, with a cushy life and everything sort of mapped out and cookie cutter, but if you're somebody who you don't feel like you fit that, and you have everyone around you, parents, teachers, whatever, telling you that you need to do it this way, like, play the game, like, you know, listen to them for the time being, but don't ever give up the, like, what's in, like, the fire, that you know that you're gonna do some other shit, you know, and just always keep that going, no matter what. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, I fucking love you.